Hey guys, it's Sky here, and today I was thinking this morning, what if we do, well, a top 5 instead of a top 10 of a random gaming subject. So I started thinking, I went with the hardest boss, the hardest final bosses. You know what, I'm just gonna do the hardest bosses in general, or hardest bosses in general, that's what I said. So me and my friends made up a bit of a list and stuff like that. We started doing all that stuff and blah blah blah. It's pretty easy actually. I mean, it's doing top 5, not top 10, but so as we started thinking more and more and more, it got a little bit debatable, because we all have different opinions and stuff like that. But don't worry, we do have honorable mentions, and if, again, guys, my opinion, and if you're hard boss that you want in this list not here, just write in the comments. I'd love to know. Maybe I can make a follow-up video to this. Anyway, guys, let's get started with the video. Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Well, if it isn't Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson from Punch-Out. Well, this boss is extremely convenient, just maybe because it's a boxing game, so I guess so. But still, this boss is really very hard when it came out to, especially today. Heck, I beat all the guys from Punch-Out. I can never beat Mike Tyson. I have a few friends that have. Just his pattern it's just a pattern he has, but it's so quick, and you have to learn his pattern. Heck, when I tried to beat him one time, I actually had to take out a piece of paper to copy down his pattern and stuff like that. That's how difficult he can be. And just you taking out the final boss of the game is Mike Tyson, which is actually really cool. I mean, you get to punch Mike Tyson in the face too, and I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? I mean, still, like, the game is still cool, and the boss is it's one of the hardest bosses in history. Heck, it's even considered the scariest boss. It's how he can KO you in one hit. Man, you gotta get out that turbo button, or else you're gonna get killed out. And I think the combo was left to right, left to left, right, punch. I don't know. It's been years since I picked that controller up, but still, the game is the boss is an amazing boss, and heck, I still can't even beat it. That's why we put it here in the hardest bosses of all time list. Dracula from Castlevania 3. Oh my god, this boss gets in PTSD just by looking at the title. Look, this boss has 3 forms. It has Dracula, has this weird looking statue thing, and this weird Mega Man X final boss looking guy. So in the beginning of the round, he launches two fire lines, one in the middle that you can't really escape from. It is so hard and nothing. It took me about 56 tries to even get to the second form, 72 tries to get to the third form, and then altogether and then about 38 tries just to beat that third form, and I died multiple times in each. So I really don't know what to say about this boss. This boss deserves to be hard. Besides, it's extremely difficult, and if you die, you don't go back to the start of the game, not on the others. You go back to the main level, like the beginning of the level. So you have to do all that, and then you just die. So I had to do all that. When you're already finished, the first or a couple 10 times, you already memorized the level, so you can get easy by peas. But the people that have freaking, I don't know, short-term memory loss, oh god help your soul, because goodness gracious, I don't even know how I beat the boss. Heck, I was low on health. I had 1 HP left. I had 1 bar left, and then it was me, and then it was I had the mage, and then turns out fire is really aggressive against Dracula. A little bit of a tip on that, and then I used it, and then I don't know how, I think a glitch happened, but then I killed it, and then I was so satisfied. I turned off the console, and I vowed to never pick up that game again, because I am not going to go through that trauma again. That is psychologically trauma. I am never putting that thing on again. Sans from Undertale. Oh, goodness. What a coincidence! Sans from Undertale is here. Just like Sans was in Undertale from, or the gameplay or whatever was from my top 10 best games about whatever. I don't care. This boss is really hard. Sans has one defense and one attack, but he always wants you to miss him for some occasional reason. And I guess, he has a poison ability that he has one attack, so each time you get hit by him or something like that, your health goes down by 1, and it goes down kind of quickly. It's not an impossible boss, but it is a pretty hard one. It's actually one of the hardest bosses I actually ever had to come across. Guys. You guys are super lucky I haven't ended to put this in number 1. There would be such a backlash against me, but hey, I'm not that type of person. And I know there are harder bosses than this. 2 in fact. But still, we'll get to that when we get to that. But for now, let's talk about this. Sans, is different. Like Undyne is more of a memory. Sans hasn't really been like a bit of a boss until you kill everyone and kill Undyne and stuff like that until you get to the final. Technically he is the final boss, but speaking of which, but still, Sans is a parkour maniac. You need to memorize all of his things if you want to survive. You need to memorize everything, his patterns. And the thing is, his patterns are, simple as go up, go down, do a circle. But the thing is, the fact that you have to watch out for poison, for food, his memory, everything is just so PTSD rattling. And I only had the chance to beat him once, and that's it. Once time, and that was by luck. I guess I was just on something or something like that. I don't know, maybe I had a lot of coffee, I really don't know. But I was able to beat Sans thanks to, I don't know, my thumbs is helping me. They were like, no bro, no, we're not gonna die, man. We're gonna succeed, and I guess that's what happened. So on to the next one. Yzor from Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. I finally get to talk about a Kingdom Hearts thing around this channel. Christ. All I got was 2 crappy videos, and that's it. But right now, guys, we're talking about Yzor from Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. This boss is extremely random. Heck, I haven't even beaten him yet. And this boss was developed and designed to, I guess, killing you. Like, whatever don't you do, but you can beat him, and there's another ending reward for it. But I won't spoil it, but still, it's one of the hardest bosses I have ever fought, and heck, I haven't even beaten him yet. This morning I actually tried beating him, but it didn't really go so well. I almost did though. I got him on 4 health bars, but his attacks are really random. Everything he does is random. They develop it in a way where every single attack he does is extremely random. So you have to memorize all his attacks. He can do his DA, or Desperate Attack, which is his most powerful attack, in the first few seconds of the fight. He can also steal your items and your Koopa Coin. Your Koopa Coin is like your little one-up thing, so if you die, that can revive you. But he can steal it and use it, and he can regain half his health. This boss is extremely hard. Also, fun fact, the voice actor that's voicing him is Zach from Zack and Cody. One of my streamers actually told me this. One of my viewers from my Twitch stream told me this. I was pretty impressed, so I searched it up, and it's true. Turns out, a lot of famous people actually voice some famous people in Kingdom Hearts. For example, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, voices Ericus. Also in Master Xehanort, the main villain, his new voice actor is Doc from the Doctor from Back to the Future. So that's pretty cool. Manu's Father of the Abyss from Dark Souls. Oh ho ho boy, you guys, to be honest, this is pretty inedible. A Dark Souls boss in the top 5 hardest boss list. Why would it not be here? But man, it is, Oof, this boss. Okay, so first of all, you gotta get it down to the way it moves, the way how it is, the way how everything is. So it's essentially, this boss is extremely powerful. For example, it took me about, let's say about a year, because I mean, I didn't have the game, I had to borrow the game, but it took me about a year to beat this boss. And yes, I know I'm not really good at, like, I'm good at Dark Souls games. I mean, it's pretty adaptable, but still, it's not the way you expect it. So this boss, it throws like projectiles, it throws all that stuff, but it's really fast. It has a lot of damage depending on the armor you have, and it's mostly just a lot of games. This is mostly on pattern, but I put it on here because Dark Souls games are supposed to be difficult, and this game is extremely difficult. But once you know what you're doing, and once you know the pattern you're doing, I mean, like any boss, it's easy, but that's only once you know the pattern. But this here's a little bit different, because sometimes you can't really study a pattern if freaking everything falls on you and kills you in the first 2 minutes. But that's just pretty my opinion and point of matter. But still, this boss is really something else. It deserves to be in the top spot. Besides, if I would not put Dark Souls number 1 or number 2, I would get the biggest backlash of all time. Well guys, that was my opinion for the list. I mean, it didn't really take me that long as usual, but still, it was a pretty fun video to make. I will be making more videos like this in the future, but just know that little Natty is here for you, and he ain't forgetting about you. I know I haven't been posting that much, but I just been working. That video actually took me a month to plan and stuff like that, so that's why it took me a while. Now I've been doing all this, and I hope you guys liked the video. Peace.